Hello, water elements. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all, the last element for me. Going down the line of birth months. So fire, earth, air, and now water. I will say it has been real. It's been a while. Glad to get these out of the way. Lots of things happening energetically that I feel everyone needs to be aware of as they want to be aware. Let me say that too. Um, there's that free will at play. You know, you're in your own little reality. Your avatar is living out its own little reality, but understand that you are now, whether you are a master creator and very aware, self, is connected and you're aware. Hold on. I needed to put this on Do Not Disturb. Let me do that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Do Not Disturb. There we go. And let me straighten this up. Okay. Whether you're aware and you're purposefully creating the outcomes in your life, or whether you just going with the flow, balls out, taking risks and doing what the hell ever, you're creating what you're receiving, and quickly. Energetically, we have changed frequencies and things are coming into enlightenment to assist us with being aware and having the opportunity to make changes where they need to be made. So it's a good thing, but understand, if the shit storm is back to back and keeps happening, it's just an alarm. It's just a message for you to come on and wake up. It's trying, divine is trying to show you something. Let me get these shuffles. Divine energy, divine source, divine truth. This is for the water elements of what's the next? Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Going down the line of where we're at now through birth months. That's how I'm determining the elements. Our praises to the Most High, Great Mother, who birthed and created all of this that is. Our praises. Show the water elements what they need to know. Show them what they need to see. That kind of floated off my thumb. The Lovers to the Hierophant. Here we go. To the Chariot. Wow. The Lovers have a few qualities. This card has a few qualities to it. And one is about being in harmony in your relationships, with whether they're intimate or not. But also some of you have a knowing or an intuitive sense about someone that should be or is a part of your nature or your existence. And there's this movement towards this knowing. There's this movement towards this sight, towards this understanding. And I see that with you standing kind of in the middle, and there's two separate roads to go down. You have a decision to make, and your decision is to be true to self. If you are in a place of knowing who you are, this is telling you to use your intuition to use your power and to move into what you know. Like it's saying, move now, go now, take the action now, now. And that road that you've traveled that is no longer your road, it is going to be okay, because whatever you're choosing, whatever is your truth, whatever is your enlightenment, it is set up so that things become harmonized and in peace, because you are finally in your knowing and moving in your knowing. If you are living false, if you are living deceptive, you are going to continue to create deceptive and false connections and interactions and karma in your life. And you need to understand that. Again, things are happening quickly. And Chariot came out to say, this is happening quickly. So whether you do something or not, either you will remain on this side and things continue. You don't take action and things continue. Or you step into action and movement and you watch how things change. And understanding love is to understand that to attach yourself to anything that is not in harmony with your authentic self, you are creating hurt and consequences for yourself by not being transparent with those around you. The Hermit to the Emperor. This is the first time out of all of them that this many has fallen. It's been 6 consistently. There's a message here. Okay. To the Star. High Priestess and the Empress. Whoa. You have the Emperor and the Empress here. Very divine lover energy as far as some of you are conflicted about love. Some of you, and this has come up in other elements today, some of you look at the aesthetic of love. Some of you just care about not being alone. Some of you feel that you have to be attached because it's not connected. It's attached to someone to be perceived as, or to be happy, or perceived as happy when you're not. It's time to really, some of you may be spending some time alone. Some of you are about to go into this hermit mode where you disconnect from everything to assess your surroundings and your space. And you really are being called to stand in your most loving love frequency of the Emperor, which is someone that is very responsible, someone that is trustworthy, someone that does not play games or settle, someone that is truth and honorable. And that is where you're going to start feeling better. Your life is going to start feeling like you're moving in a positive manner because you've separated yourself in order to assess everything around you. The High Priestess is here, and the High Priestess to the Empress is saying that you are not allowed to enjoy the wholeness of love. Love frequency. Love is a frequency. It is the highest vibration, and you are not allowed to enjoy or experience that until you come into alignment and strengthen yourself and understand that you are a leader. Some of you are in a mismatch, which is very clear. It just came that I could say it that way, but it's been in me. Like I felt it when I saw the Lovers. I see this mismatch. I see options. And it could be anything. It could be work, whatever, but it is regarding being whole and love. And the Empress is someone that is not codependent. The Empress can be by herself. The Empress is a leader as well. The Empress is love. The Empress is nurturing. The Empress will not co-sign any BS. And there are some of you who are still seeking a co-sign, even in your unwhole self. You just want the co-sign, even though it is not truth. You just care that people are lying. You are satisfied with someone lying and painting a false picture of you being this amazing person. And you're being called to be that amazing person. So there are some things hidden from you in relation to this Empress. You don't have access to this Empress. Whether it's male or female doesn't matter. This is the qualities, the energy of the Empress. Nurturing, loving, strong, divine, whole, a leader, not codependent but empowered. Some of you reject that because of fear and whatever other reasons that you need to define. You need to figure out why. But that's what's going on here. Let's get into some clarification, okay? Let's clarify the Lovers, the Hierophant, and the Chariot, please. I read this deck in reversals. Some of you are already removing yourself and separating yourself, though. I believe that was said already. Clarify the Lovers, the Hierophant, and the Chariot. Nine of Pentacles to the Sun in reverse. You don't feel like you have everything that you feel you deserve. You feel you deserve certain things, and you feel like life isn't giving it to you. And remember, we are in this karmic cycle that is accelerated. Things are happening quickly. We're receiving what we are. We're attracting what we are quickly, right? So we can look from sight, true self, sight, and we can say, oh, I see how their life is. They're not in alignment. That's not for me. So a lot of people we're seeing people for who they are by what surrounds them, what's in their space, their energetic imprint. You understand? By what karma is coming in through them. And so you're not there and you're like, why? Well, let's see. There's some things in your past. There's some things in your past that you hold on to that don't serve your life in a positive way. There are some things that are supposed to be a part of your past. And there are some ways. You have some water elements that you're supposed to be letting go of, and you're not. And so you're looking at, there's someone you look at, very stable, very secure, you see them as, and I'm going to say it the way it's coming through, and it's not something I would like to say. I don't have this idea in me, but it's divine. It's like, say it. You feel like someone is better than you, or someone is out of your status. They're not of your status, they're above your status, or you feel that they are unreachable, or you feel that something is unattainable, so you settle water elements, and you know something is completely not right. But this person is not one-sided. This person is not about games. This person is not disingenuine. And whether you know them, I feel like y'all know them. You are trying not to focus on that. You're just trying, but you're still wondering, like, why is my life, why? I'm supposed to be this, I'm supposed to be that. Like, you have a knowing of your inheritance. You have a knowing of your power. You have a knowing of manifestation and creating. And you're sitting back like, why? It's because you're attracting what you genuinely are. Why is because you are not whole. Why is because you are not being genuine. Why is because you plan and toying with certain things, and you're causing hurt to people, and it's a cycle that you're supposed to be getting out of. And it doesn't matter if it's a day, a month, a year, 10 years, 5 years, 20 years from now. Whatever you're doing is going to hurt others, because it is very temporary, and you're continuing in this cycle. So while you feel, and then you look at happiness, and your happy moments, you define them as your life is good, not understanding that happiness is a moment. But what is consistent in your life is truly your vibration. It's truly where your emotions lie. You're supposed to be looking at what's reciprocal. If you say you're this person that is supposed to have and deserve, and this picture that you're painting for your reality, if that is true, then you should be attracting that in your life. You should be seeking things that are at that status. So there's something that's not your status, and you say, oh, I'm gonna leave that there. And then, but that's your status. You say that's your status. You say that's the picture. You want someone mentally and emotionally and spiritually whole, but you're with something that is not. Or if you're alone, you're going to attract someone that is not again, and keep repeating the same cycle. But your status is ascension. Your status is abundance and prosperity. You must be those things. You must be whole. You're literally attracting what you genuinely are. And once you accept that reality, then you can begin to foster new ways of thinking. You can start to plan your life out differently. You will reflect and see the paths you've taken. You will see your fear, your insecurities, your trauma, your hurt, whatever. You will begin to see it, and then you'll be able to say, I want that to stay in the past. So then you have the opportunity to choose not to repeat that cycle again. But you're not looking at reciprocity. You're not looking at what's equal to you, what you say you are. You're looking at what's convenient. Abundance. Wow. Once you accept, or you come into your true self, your power, once you get in alignment with who the ideas that your brain creates of who you are, and you get connected to self, and you your energetics of your true self, and you understand that that's me, and you start bringing that in, that is when abundance flows. That's when emotional security and maturity comes in. That's when things are reciprocal in your life, and it feels like you've arrived, because you're trying to arrive somewhere, and things turn out better than you could have expected. But you need to play the game, the energetic game. You need to understand the energetic game, which all things are energy, everything. And if you don't understand energy, you will continue to attract what you say you don't want, but what you are vibrating at. Okay. That's that movement. That's that knowing. Let's get the Hermit to the Emperor to the Star. Clarification. Whatever you're involved in is not love. It is not genuine. It is not healthy. It is not whole. And you are rejecting or have rejected or are about to reject someone that is very genuine and very loving. Divine wants to give you everything that you're seeking. But judgment is here. You're not free. You haven't freed yourself, so you can't have it. Judgment's in reverse. You can't have it right now. You can't have it until you sit down with yourself and you understand love. Love means that although someone may, you may have to let some things go, or you may have to change some things, that as long as in that change your intentions aren't malicious or devious, but that it's for your ascension and you bless what you have to leave behind in order to walk into self and truth and genuine high vibrational love is only one way. Love is not about settling. That's not love. Love is not about lying. That is not love. Love is not about wanting people to accept you as you are and your ways when your ways ain't right. That they should accept you. That would be love. But they should also empower themselves and remove themselves from it if it's not in alignment with them loving themselves. There are some people who are with people and they are not being loved, and that is some horrible karma to create, to know that you can't give your love, or you don't know love, but you've partnered up or you've accepted a contract or whatever, and you're not giving your whole self because you know it's not in alignment with you. Some of you are very confused. Some are lost, and you're not free. You are not free to receive right now because you're not standing in your full authority. You're not being responsible. And I don't mean responsible in a sense of you are not to be responsible for that which doesn't resonate with you. And you're making yourself responsible for people, places, and things that aren't in alignment with your life. So you're recreating that energy in your life. You're receiving exactly what you're giving. The High Priestess to the Empress. Something's not your true love either. Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. What you want, what you know you're supposed to have, what you strive for, what you know is for you. You believe it, you know it. Your wish fulfillment comes from walking away from that which doesn't serve your life, from that which it's not in alignment. If something is toxic, if something is drama, if something is insecure, if something is anything low vibrational, if something is anything that requires you to sacrifice in a sense of doing what you don't want, or if you're putting on airs, if you're not being real about your heart and yourself, then your wish fulfillment is that's what the High Priestess, that's what it is hiding. That's what is being hidden from you. Your wish fulfillment is hidden from you. It's not being given because you haven't walked away from situations and things. You're afraid of a new start. You're afraid to walk away. And so here's the Knight of Swords, things happening in that positive way quickly. You need to run towards something and you're not. You're running away from it. And so here, this is sideways and it's saying, what are you going to do? Are you going to run towards it, or are you going to go backwards and remain backwards? Any other clarification? You feel like you don't have a choice. You feel stuck. But that's because you're not standing in your divine masculine self, whether you're male or female. You are not standing in your full authority, and you're not taking the time out to really look at what you really want. What is your truth? What is in you that you know? Not believe, but know. Y'all have this knowing of something, and you're doing the opposite of what you should be doing. Anything else? Okay. Whatever these are, they will be the end. You know you're supposed to be, there's some sort of communication. Someone is very spiritual. Someone sits on a throne, has a lot of authority. Someone is in spirit, your husband or your wife, and you are being divinely guided to this person. There's a celebration, could be a wedding, could be just celebrating the awakening and enlightenment of all of this. But that is what is coming to you, is moving in that divine intervention into this place of bliss and joy and wholeness. But first, there is this, you have this sight, you have this knowing, and you're apprehensive, or there's this cutoff, like there's, this contemplation, and there is a conversation that needs to happen in quite a few different spaces, but it is in regards to what you know for your life, what you know is the path for your life, what you know self is trying to lead you into. Self would never hurt you. Self is love. Self wants to take the driver's seat. Self wants to lead you into an amazing whole life, into that wish fulfillment of prosperity, of contentment, of all the things that are in alignment with you coming together. But first, justice is here, and justice is being served. So whatever is happening is by your design. You are creating it, and you need to understand that. There are some things that you are ignoring. There are some things that you are trying to dismiss that you know are for your life. And so unless you seek this divine guidance out and you follow the divine path you're being led on, things will remain. Justice will continue to be served, whether positive or negative. Okay? Let me get some self-care for you. Wow, everybody got chastised. All the elements got a whole read, but that's good. Like, I would want to, that's why I do it, because it's insight. Not everybody can just see, hear, feel, think, and so to be able to do this and give you some insight, whether it's a chastisement or not, I think it's beautiful, because there are those of us out here who are like, correct me if I'm wrong, right? We will accept the correction in order to change our direction, because we don't want to fail. We don't want to struggle. And so, yeah, this is good, even though it may not sound good or feel good. It is insight into what you're doing wrong. You're not living in your truth. You're not being transparent. You're not being real. And it's being said that a lot of people are like, I'm a good person, or I made a mistake, I shouldn't be punished. But yes, you should, because the consequences of your mistakes. These mistakes could hurt people. These mistakes create new traumas and cycles, even if it's not for you, outside of yourself. So someone has to pick that up and pay for that, right? So some of you are called to something and you're ignoring it, and it is coming. There's a shit storm coming through your life. And so that's why this is good, because you can get insight into, okay, let me slow down. Let me jump into this hermit mode. Let me spend some time alone and really assess my wholeness, my happiness. What is love? There are lots of books out here. Princella the Queen Maker, she wrote a book on love. What is love? Understanding what love is. And love is definitely not moving in life selfishly, in the sense of partnering up or accepting offers, whether work or whatever, with things that aren't in alignment with you. It's understanding that you might feel great aesthetically for certain people, but are they great for you? Some of you are in the situations where you are a martyr. You do everything and you still struggle and you still suffer. You're in a cycle of martyrdom, and you need to get out of that, because that is not divine. That is not love. Self-care. Watch a movie. Take some time out with yourself. Some of you need to keep your hands off. It is not time to be intimately pleasing yourself. It's time for you to really release the energetic ties that you've collected from being out here sleeping with people that aren't in alignment with you, with what you're trying to do and who you genuinely are. You're literally, you've got their energy up and through and around you, and you can't even sense yourself because you haven't cleared all that you've allowed to attach to you intimately. Clean your space, for real. Some of y'all need to turn on the music and dance. Some of y'all need to create with your hands. And some of you need to plan a vacation. Some of you need to travel somewhere. Some of you are going to, that's a part of that communication too. Some of your healing and your ascension is, and wholeness is going to come through that reaching out. So I don't know. This is a lot, y'all. Lots of emotion, but y'all are water elements, so I should have prepared myself for all the emotion that's going through this reading, because there's a lot. You have purification. It's time to really live in truth. Ancient healing wisdom. Some of y'all, this goes back to some karmic ties, some generational ties, and you're the healer of, and you are dropping the ball up to this point, and it's time to stop dropping the ball and get it right, okay? You heal generations of your lineage through whatever power and wholeness you're supposed to be coming into. Earth magic. You are an earth angel. Vision quest. You are being led divinely down your true path. You're being called to it. Promise. You made a promise that you would awaken to your truths, to what you're here for, what this journey is really about, where your prosperity, abundance, and peace and contentment are going to come from, where your wholeness is going to come from. As an energetic being, self said, I'm going to remember when I get there. I promise I'm going to wake up and remember, and you have not. And it's time for you to sit and understand the covenant that you made. Understand your mission. Understand why you're really here. All right. Some of you are afraid that you won't meet someone in alignment with you, or some of you, there's some narcissists, but I don't read for narcissists, but some of y'all really don't care who you hurt. You don't care. You're just attaching yourself to shit like a parasite, or you're allowing people to attach to you. One way or the other, it's coming through like that, like the host to a parasite, and you're allowing it because of your insecurities. And because of your care of your image and, you know, what people think, and, you know, always serving what other people's ideas for life is, but not defining your own ideas for life, which is one of the reasons you here. New beginning. Your environment affects you heavily, energetically. It's time to put in some effort towards your personal growth. There's a spiritual partnership out here for you. Literally, that's the card. Your abundance comes through your spiritual partnership. So there's a spiritual partnership out here. You are an earth angel, and so you are going to be partnered with another earth angel. Someone that came here for spiritual purposes, and some of you are missing that and don't, you know, you're trying to ignore that, or you don't believe it and you're settling, and here it is. Do with it what you will, okay? I am exhausted. My boys stay up so late. School's about to start back next week. So I'm about to get them some breakfast going at 3, 4 o'clock, whatever time it is in the afternoon, because these are their last few days to stay up late. So I'm going to cater to them. And that's your reading, y'all. I hope to do this more often. I don't know. I am not committing to whether I will or not, because I'm just being whole. I am whole. You hear me? So we will see. All right? When I'm drawn to it, I'll be back. So follow this page. Okay? Peace.